Sage Accounting keeps track of the taxes charged on sales and the amount paid on purchases. This is information that we must report at the end of the month, quarter, or year, depending on our reporting period. If our company is registered for the GST and HST, we must charge and collect these taxes from our customers. Also, if registered for the PST or QST, our business must charge and collect those taxes as well. If we haven't provided our tax registration number and indicated a remittance frequency, we can do this from the Sales Tax Settings page. For more information on configuring the sales tax settings, refer to the Setup Sales Taxes video. Let's continue to our tax return page by going to Reporting and selecting Tax Returns. Each province where we collect provincial sales taxes has their own tab, and the CRA tab corresponds to the GST/HST. In this demo, we'll create a GST/HST return. We can verify the tax frequency, manually make changes to the tax period dates, and start calculating taxes. Below we'll see the net tax calculations. This includes total sales and other revenue, the amount of goods and services and harmonized sales taxes we've collected, adjustments to increase the amount of our net tax if needed, input tax credits to recover the GST and HST we've paid for purchases and operating expenses related to our commercial activities, and adjustments to decrease the amount of our net tax if needed. Next, there are other credits. This includes installments if we remit our GST and HST throughout the year, and rebates for various situations such as amounts paid in error or certain exports by non-residents. Then there are other debits. This includes GST/HST on purchases of real property or emission allowances, and various situations where GST/HST must be self-assessed. And finally, we can see if our tax calculations result in a refund to be claimed or a payment due to the CRA. If we're not quite ready to submit the taxes, we can click Save As Draft, return at a later time to edit the draft, and complete the sales tax return. Or, return to the previous page and use the bin icon to delete the draft and start over. When we're ready, we'll select Next to download the .tax file that we can use to automatically fill the lines for us when filing the report on the CRA's website. Alternatively, if we're filing by some other means, we can also export this information to PDF with the summary and detailed reports. Finally, once we've filed our GST/HST tax return with the Canada Revenue Agency, we can mark it as filed. However, before doing so, it's important that the details in the return are accurate and that you have filed the return. Once marked as filed, the return and any associated transactions cannot be deleted or modified in Sage Accounting. If you have marked the return as filed and need to correct the balances of your ledger accounts, you should consult with an accounting professional for more information on the general journal entries required and how to correct your return submitted to the respective tax authority. In this demo, we'll continue to mark as filed and return to the overview screen, where we can record the payment or refund from the action column and receive a confirmation in the status column that this return has been filed and paid. However, we'll still need to send our payment to the Canada Revenue Agency, either through online payment or by mail. With the GST/HST return completed, we can continue to create the sales tax return for each of the other provinces we're registered with. Now, before finishing, let's take a look at a few more features. When creating a return for a period that excludes earlier transactions, you may receive a warning message asking how you would want to handle the sales taxes and input tax credits from those earlier transactions. You can choose to be reminded about them on your next return, exclude both from all future returns, or include the ITCs but exclude the GST and HST. If you're not certain which option to select in your case, please remember to contact your accounting professional for guidance. In some cases, you may be advised to adjust the tax return's calculated values. If we haven't yet finalized the return, each of the calculated figures can be adjusted by selecting them directly in the return, entering the adjustment amount, and reason for the change. These adjustments can be viewed in the General Ledger Report, Audit Trail Report, and the Detailed Tax Return Report. If later on we need to consult a tax return's details, we can come back to the tax return page, use the link to view the return, export the summary or detailed reports, as well as download any doc tax files. For further information and in-depth courses, visit Sage University at sageu.com. If you have any questions or need guidance, visit the Sage Support Resource Center at sage.com/resources, where you can ask the community, search the knowledge base, or get in touch with us by chat.